Hope for a definitive end to the war is once again becoming a central topic on the global agenda. Even within the Kremlin, despite the ongoing hostilities, there is an increasing emphasis on finding a diplomatic resolution to the conflict. The spokesperson for the Russian President Dmitry Peskov on Tuesday, February 24th, the anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, emphasized that Russia allegedly remains open to achieving its goals through political and diplomatic means. According to him, the hope that the conflict could be resolved through negotiations in the near future has not left Moscow since the very beginning, which at least provides a fragile reason to discuss peaceful scenarios. At the same time, according to Peskov, Moscow is specifically hoping for peaceful negotiations. He cynically referred to the occupation of part of Ukrainian territory as ensuring the safety of the people who lived and continue to live in eastern Ukraine. According to him, this was the main goal of the war started by Russia. However, the full objectives of Russia's war against Ukraine have not been achieved, which is why the special military operation continues, he stated. At the same time, Peskov claims that Russia supposedly remains open to achieving its goals through political and diplomatic means. There remains hope that the conflict can be resolved through negotiations. This hope has not left us since the very beginning. Our position is well understood and consistent. Now everything depends on Kyiv's actions, the Kremlin representative said. At the same time, he complained that the so-called special military operation has turned into a large-scale confrontation, and as expected, blamed Europe and the United States for this. The Kremlin representative also emphasized that these are very important 4 years in the life of the country. The country will move forward, and of course, these 4 years will forever remain in people's memory. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov called Paris and London's intention to provide Kyiv with a nuclear bomb a blatant violation of international law. Have you already heard our parliament's calls to colleagues in England and France to take action for parliamentary investigations? This is a blatant violation of all norms and principles of the relevant acts of international law, noted the spokesperson for Russian leader Vladimir Putin. Commenting on reports from the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service that allegedly France and Great Britain are working on providing Ukraine with a nuclear bomb, as well as the means to deliver it. According to the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service, with such a weapon, Kyiv, in the opinion of Britain and France, would allegedly be able to claim more favorable terms for ending the hostilities. This refers to the covert transfer to Kyiv of European components, equipment, and technologies in this field. According to Russian intelligence officers, one option being considered is the French compact TN-75 warhead from a submarine-launched ballistic missile. At the same time, the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service claims that Berlin has wisely refused to participate in this dangerous venture. The circulation of nuclear weapons in the world is regulated by the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. France or the United Kingdom have never declared any intention to provide Ukraine with any elements of such weapons. Ukraine has also never officially declared an intention to regain nuclear weapons, although it has repeatedly pointed out that the guarantor countries of the Budapest Memorandum signed in 1994 have not fulfilled their obligations under the agreement. The Ukrainian authorities believe that NATO membership is the only real security guarantee for the country. This was reported by the Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs in December 24th. The ministry officially released this statement shortly after Reuters reported that there is currently no consensus within the NATO alliance to invite Ukraine to join. It is important to remember that Ukraine voluntarily gave up its entire nuclear arsenal after signing the historic Budapest Memorandum back on December 24, 1994. Thus, although Peskov acknowledged that the goals of the war have not yet been fully achieved and the operation is ongoing, the emphasis on the diplomatic track appears to be an attempt to find a way out of the large-scale confrontation. Peskov called these 4 years defining in history, emphasizing that the further development of events now largely depends on concrete actions and the willingness to engage in dialogue. Despite accusations against the West of escalating the situation, the rhetoric about the possibility of ending the war through negotiations remains the main message of this week and this year.